We're back in the storage unit. We just got done another storage unit out of the trailer in the woods. I'll tell you what, that drive, that's long, isn't it? I feel like I slept half the way and I was the one driving. Here we go. Cast iron lid sold, $46 plus shipping. This was a Griswold number 9 Dutch oven lid, rare, like the steak. Sold for $46 plus shipping. Johnny O shirt. If these don't sell in the next, 3 or 4 days, we're putting all the Johnny O stuff on our Whatnot show. Actually, everything in Z1's going on the Whatnot show, correct? All right, that one's it right there. Dark red striped prep performance is what they're called. $10 plus shipping. We sold some more pots and pans. Again, it might be going on 2 months, 2.5 months that we have listed on eBoo, and it's just everything is selling. So if you look around, everything is empty, and there's a reason for that. Trust me, y'all. There is a reason for why we're doing this. $60 for these. I bought these at a yard sale for I think $5 a piece, and we already sold some ones that I bought there for way more money, and then that one's not too shabby. We bought some hooks that were in a Jeep bumper. These are the 2018 to 2024 Jeep Wrangler Gladiator or Rubicon. They are red. That's the only difference between the ones that are not Rubicon. The ones that are Rubicon is that they're red. And then a compression shirt from Fortress Coldwear. It's like an umpire thing. Right here. Fortress, it's an umpire thing. You wear your pads under it. This sold for $40. So, I mean, we actually did, if you think about it, even the stuff we're selling, $40, $46, $60, $20, $10. That's not too bad. And that's 60% off. And we're still happy with those prices. Tour Edge Comp 950 sold, which is going to be so we're going to probably run a 65% off sale. And then after what we're going to do when it comes to that, I think Kayla and I have decided to take the store down to near to zero. Correct? And start completely over. Everything that hasn't sold in here, we're pretty sure we're going to go ahead and just get rid of. It's been here for years and it hasn't sold. Now, some things like that thing back there, I have a feeling is not on because that should have sold already. There's some things in here that we won't get rid of, like the car parts sell. But majority of like these golf clubs, if they haven't sold in 3 years, they're gone. If clothing hasn't sold in a couple years, they're gone. We're going to take the store down to zero. Probably tomorrow maybe, and take everything over the house and try to sell it on a different platform because eBay's still doing really well. Oh, I did find out why they called me. Did I tell you?
eBay?
Yeah. They sent me a message. They were concerned about we weren't making a lot of money on eBay. Yeah. They I guess, they must monitor or something, and our store has dipped. I mean, you gotta understand is that we were making a lot of money, and then since we pulled back since last November is when we really pulled back off of eBay to sell more on Whatnot. And we haven't done much this year. They actually called and was like, hey, any way we can help? And I said, no, I'm good. I'm good to go. So
we're going to ramp up eBay soon.
Yeah, we are going to, absolutely. But we really want to get this old inventory out of here, and it's working. That was the idea from y'all, was go ahead and say, hey, just keep putting it on sale until it all sells. So, but again, we are going to be on Whatnot a lot in February and early March. Then after early March, guess where we're going? Beaches to beaches.
Oh, yeah.
So that's going to be super excited down there. We do like going to that one. The last time we went, it was epic. We're hoping it wasn't a fluke. And then we go back and it's still epic. So we're going to go ahead. We got to get home. We got to park the trailer. It's already like 3 o'clock, 3:30. And we have been out literally 7 o'clock in the morning we left. So it's been a very long day. At the storage unit. And boy, do we have a lot of sales. Still, we are on the eBay not listing things. We still have not taken it's only been a day. We have not taken the store down to zero, but we're going to. We have decided that we are going to take the store down to probably not zero, because something like this will eventually sell for $500. You just got to really have somebody really wanting that one thing. So let's bring it down to 100 or something, but we'll call it zero. Right here, we've had these forever, and they finally sold their Adidas shoes. Sold for $10 plus shipping. A lot of people are looking for these on our comments, and they say they're not on eBay, so we'll have to list these on eBay. If they're sitting here, that means they were listed at one point, which means that they have disappeared. That's why I'm thinking also there's a couple of things in here that have also disappeared. All right, next one, a Columbia large Gore-Tex. This says it's nylon. We got two of them. We got a nylon and a Gore-Tex. The Gore-Tex did not sell. the nylon did. This is just a shell from the 80s from Columbia. Very, very nice. So for $40 plus shipping. This is interesting too what's sold. This is how you know that a lot of things will sell on eBay. Who remembers the gigantic storage unit we got with all the CDs? There was like 1 million CDs, but they were all out of their like cases, right? But there was a ton of the actual like artwork to the CDs. Well, I took them all out and sold them for 40 bucks. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That I just thought that was really neat. They're from like the 90s and I think early 2000s. You know, they're just the coverings to them. So, but they all sold 40 bucks, free shipping on that. So it's probably gonna cost about $5 or $10 to ship. We still made $30 on something that most likely you would throw away. And also, everybody called it on the video. I did forget the lid right there. And this is the bad thing about not having this at your home. It's because that's what happened. We had to drive back here and get the lid.
Well,
So-
the next day I drove in the morning.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still a pain. Like, if you forget something
Right.
here that it's not at your house, you have to come back. Like right here, everybody's screaming, "Don't forget that!" I will. And guess what? We'll have to drive back and get
No,
it.
he won't.
A Proto little wrench here sold for $8 plus shipping. Then in C8 we have a antique brass horn. Hunting? Question mark? I guess I didn't know what it is. If I start putting question marks in the actual description, nobody knows. Check it out. Isn't that nice?
That's nice.
That sold for $20 plus shipping. Now we did have a whole bunch of golf clubs sell. 4 golf clubs sold. Let's see if we can find them right off the rip. A lot of these golf clubs that are here, we're gonna run one big more sale, and if they don't sell, then they're gone. I mean, because a lot of these they just haven't been selling the way I thought. All right, one is right here. This is a Nike club. All these sold for 70 bucks. So this one sold, all the ones I'm about ready to pull sold for $70. And we had a putter sell as a really neat looking TaylorMade putter. I've never seen one. TaylorMade TC1. This has a really neat look to it. It's one of their like big mallet head putters, which is pretty cool. Then we had 2 Titleist Vocus sell. Let's see if they're here. Then 2, what are you doing? I was trying to get my eyeball. 2 of these sold right here in the same order. So all that order was $70 plus shipping. The next ones is a whole bunch of shirts, a ton of them. A lot of them are in Z5. All right, we got a whole bunch of FJs that sold. There's like a pink and purple one right here. And then there is a green striped one right here. And then there is a blue one right here. That one's actually super, super nice. And 3 Johnny O shirts sold. And guess what? We are out of Johnny O's. Actually, 4 Johnny O's. Nope, just 3 Johnny O's. There's a lot of shirts here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 3 over here. How many of those do we have over there? Somebody count those shirts to make sure we got all the shirts.
3 more.
3 and 3 equals 6, maybe. Then a Mizuno. Same person bought a Mizuno, and I did just see that. Here it is right here. And I was just talking about this one. I was like, if the Mizuno don't sell, it'll stay online. Ends with a C, ends with a C, so that also sold. Orders, that ain't too shabby. Again, we're gonna do one more big sale, and then we're coming in here and deleting mostly everything to either put on our Whatnot show or donate it back. This is what we're trying to been doing for a long time, and it's been a struggle. You know, it has been a struggle. We're only like what? A month out of what we thought we were going to be, and we've been doing a lot this month. So remember, we do have a Whatnot show every Saturday in February, and also we're going to be doing Wednesday shows. Also, all that stuff is actually bookmarked on Whatnot. That link is down below so you guys can look at that. So what we're going to do is put this stuff in the car, go pack it up. We're back at the storage unit. Today is finally the day that ends it all, right? We are going to wipe her down to 0. We actually already have, and then we kept 55 items on our eBay store, and we're going to build it up from there. We're basically going to build it from 0, but we did have some sales, so we're going to go ahead and get that started. First one's going to be over there, and we are deleting all of this stuff. So if you like any of this, these shirts and everything like that, they're going to be on our Whatnot and in our booth and everything like that, correct? Mm-hmm. So another one of these sold for $4. So like on Whatnot, I think they would probably still go for about $4. Mm-hmm. They're all small, Simply Faithful with a little cute elephant. You can't go wrong with that. All of these golf clubs right here, I did keep a couple that I'll relist, But most of these I'm going to go ahead and get rid of because they just haven't sold in 3 years. And some will actually be in the booth. We've been selling golf clubs in the booth for $5. So if you're local and you like some good deals, some of them are good. Still pins and Callaways and stuff like that. But they just haven't sold. So we're going to let them go. We have a TaylorMade Rack R7 6-iron. We've had this one for a very long time. Before, right there. This only sold for $8 plus shipping, and we have to use a box. We could sell this in the booth for probably $5 to $10, and we don't have to ship it. So, C5, some vintage corn husk stuff sold. We picked these up. Oh man, was that Peaches to Beaches, or it was a 127 last year? And I think we have decided we are not going to the 127 this year, correct? These sold for $10 plus shipping. Then we did have one in Z2 cell back there. There's going to be a pair of jeans. TK Axle. We are getting rid of all of our, what did I say it was? Z2. We are getting rid of all of our clothing on eBay. Where are you going? Is there anything breakable?
Hope not.
Hope not. There's something in it. I think it's gunpowder. Yeah, all of our clothing we're going to put in the booth. We're going to put it on Whatnot, and that'll be the end. These sold for $6 plus shipping. Then we have a vintage Italy figure gentleman toy. Have them at home?
In my little,
Okay.
yeah.
We have something that sold Italy composite figure, sold for $7.60. You have that back home. Do you have the 11 park benches back home?
Yep.
And then we did have a pin sell. All our pins are go ahead. We already deleted them off eBay, and we're gonna sell them as a bunch on Whatnot, like a whole lot of them. We did have a fan trivet sell. Take a look here. Boop. That sold for $4.50. We sold another pin for $1 hair, just $1 hair. Then we did sell some pictures. These are one things that we did not delete off of eBay because we did have a lot of people asking about these pictures, and we will definitely do a deal. The best way to do it is like message us and then say, hey, I'll give you $100 for all or whatever it is, and then buy them, and then we'll just refund you, if that makes any sense. Is this the same person? The same person bought number 3, custom number 3, and 40. These are really cool pictures. What did I say? 3 and 40. There's G. 30. Well, that's got to be number 3. It's only one picture for $8. That's a really cool picture. And then what was that one? 40. And there's 40. So like I said, these are pictures of naval planes on the USS Saratoga. Somebody did ask the dates. None of these were back in the 60s. Most of them, this one's from 86. So most of them were from the 80s and the 90s. 86, good year I was born. All right, then we have a huge order. Harley Davidson shoes sold. This whole order is about $100. So that's our last Harley Davidson shoes. We did notice also that we deleted all of our shoes. They'll be sold on Whatnot and the booth. The thing is that most of these actually were not listed. I would say 30% of these shoes were actually not listed on eBay. So that's why they weren't selling. Then we have a ton of clothing items. She had to stop the camera and pull all these because it's a pretty big order. These all, again, all sold for $100 plus the shoes. We'll combine shipping on these, and Net Nash sold. And then all of these are like Wranglers, Tommy Hilfiger, and Southern Tide. Good brands. Hey Boy. Like if you go to there's like a boutique up the road that sells this type of clothing. These things are $50 in the store, right? Sometimes more than that. But on eBay, they just move super slow for us. So we're kind of done with those type of things. C7 though, it's a vintage Riddell. C7? Where's C7? Oh, there you are. It's a Panther jersey. Riddell. I know it looks like a white bag, but there's Panther jersey in here, so for $12. Another thing that we did not delist is the any of this stuff down here, because this stuff will eventually sell. It just sells super slow. Speed 101, that thing sold for $16 plus shipping. And then inside of here, a tiny little gauge. Look at this little baby gauge. Little baby gauge. This sold for $8 plus shipping. And that was to the same person that was, so we'll combine those. eBay didn't combine them, so we'll have to go in there and do that manually. And then these shoes sold right here. for $15.20 plus shipping. So what we're gonna do, we call it Dad. What happens to this stuff, we don't throw this stuff away or donate it. Some things we probably will, like some clothing we'll donate, but most of this stuff will end up on our Whatnot show as like dollar starts, or it goes into the booth. Like this stuff right here will go most likely into the booth. We are keeping, again, most of the automotive stuff. I didn't even see these on there.
I didn't either.
Yeah, so it's like all these are like not on, and we're not listed on eBay. So I think that this was super necessary. I know people were probably like, why would you take it all the way down to 0? We were only at 400 after doing all of that stuff. There is time in here that we had listing this stuff, but I think it's super important to know what we got. You know what I'm saying? So it's a fresh start. Again, we've been in this business now for 5 years, and after 5 years in my other business, you were no longer a rookie. So I feel like this is a very important thing to have a fresh start, know exactly what's listed and what's not listed, and we would like to keep a smaller eBay store. I don't think we're going to shoot for the 2,000 or 3,000 item. I think we really want to stay around, what, 900 to 1,000 items? List it, good quality items, higher than 20 bucks. Now, some things are going to be hard. I know it's tough because some things I know will sell for $10 super fast. So I'll have to battle that when that happens because I'll be like, I know it'll sell. But what we're going to do is we're going to go through the shelves. Dad's coming over. A lot of times he, like we're getting rid of a whole bunch of gauges that I did not test. Dad will actually spend the time to test them and probably make $1,000. But it's going to take probably a month to test them all. So, but that's what we usually do. Dad comes over, we give him a whole bunch of stuff, and he goes back because he does have his own eBay store. Remember that? It's called Z-Shore Sales. So look him up. A lot of this stuff will actually end up on his stuff. Some of those, like those pairs of shoes right there, I think we are going to list on eBay or whatnot. The pink ones.
Yeah.
You want to do those on eBay?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll have to lift those. We had a lot of people asking about those Keens. But like these right here, I mean, I feel like I might list them back on eBay. They just didn't sell. These are like actual real 1980s Adidas.
I would put those in the booth.
Yeah, or we could sell them to, what's his name, from the booth. He'd probably buy them because they're actually like collectible. So we're going to go through, see the best way to sell things. But when we turn this camera back on, it's going to look completely different in here. It's going to be almost completely empty. So let's get to work and get this stuff also in the truck. We are back. I am sweating. It is warm outside, which is very nice. But you basically, remember here, it was all nasty looking and stuff. You did a big clean out here. This is our eBay area right here that I'm listing stuff. I'm starting to list on eBay today. And then we have our whatnot stuff right there. You have your booth stuff right here. You have your Barbie stuff that you're still playing with. And then you do have the other booth stuff. I know that's all.
This is all empty. Some of that is booth that I have to transfer over, but majority of those, all of those are empty.
Yeah, some of this is trash that we're going to go ahead and do. But this, we are wrapping up. We are going to start selling golf clubs in our booth, though, which is nice. We did have, we pulled a whole bunch of those. But we're going to start listing on eBay. We also gave Dad another truckload full of stuff. So that's awesome. Go ahead and close this one up. Nothing to update on this one. It still is full of Christmas items. But we are going to put these probably somewhere. Maybe we're going to need a place to just store all of our empty bins. Get the Christmas stuff up here. But we don't have time to do that today. But the big news is this one right here. If you take a look at it, I only have 43 items in here. It has never been this empty. Again, we said we were going to do it. We're going to take it down to 0. We took it down to 0, relisted 43 items, and then we're going to start completely fresh and new with our eBay store. Is it a bad idea? I have no idea. I just think that we just had a lot of the stuff in here. We found 30 to 40% of it when we were just cleaning it out was not listed on eBay. So some of that stuff we didn't get rid of. It's not like we threw it away or anything. It was good stuff. We just put it in that unit now to be relisted on eBay because it was gone. But I think that it's really a great idea. I think we're going to fill this up very quickly. It's going to be awesome for y'all to watch us fill this back up. Like I said, we don't really want a huge eBay store, right? Between, I would say 1,000 max, which we would hopefully just fill up these again. We might move all the bins maybe to one side. Where we can do just all bins on this side. We can fill up the little bins. And then our clothing is going to be very limited on eBay. Most of that we'll just switch over straight to whatnot. And then, but we'll go from there. Like all the golf clubs are gone. A lot of the good ones that we still had were not listed on eBay. So we can go ahead and list them back on eBay. I think I found 20 that were worth about $50 to $100 that weren't listed, which is an insane amount of money that's gone. But enough talking. We got a lot to get done today. We have a big Whatnot show tonight. We'll be on Whatnot a ton in February and beginning of March. Then again, Peaches to Beaches. So let's go home and get to working and maybe change my shirt since I'm sweating.